Hi there friends, welcome to episode 17 of the tutorial sect. I'm Icon and today we will aim for a solid golden core on Hellion. There are a couple of things that need to be done before we can get there. So first off, the time. We are at 4 pips of the season time, so we're pretty close to that. The law fit of Hellion, well, what can I do? We could boost her stats a wee bit more, so let's check that out. The Grand Chariot Wisdom Law, well, we can see here her intelligence is not high enough. So there's a couple of things we can do. First off, of course, let's check out if we can study anything. There's 28 grand of inspiration left. Probably there's just some skill which allows us to rack up more intelligence. So let's search for int. Maybe we're lucky. So don't know why there's here intelligence, but the cleansing flame skill is counteractive to our law, so we would need 200 grand of inspiration. So too bad. Maybe we got lucky and we got ourselves a pill which increases intelligence. Sometimes you find those. Earthly pill, constitution plus 30%. Well, these white bottles sometimes bring you stat boosters, but sadly not this time. Alright, so what we can do and what we will do though is we're going to eat at least 3 units of Ganoderma. 1, 2, 3. I'm holding down the left shift button while I'm clicking these. Can't see that, it's not saying it. And at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can eat a lot of these thingies, and you will always get some returns out of that. You see here's the medicine resistances. We have not fully maxed that out, but in my personal opinion it is also not really worth to do that. So law-wise, well, as much as I would love to do anything more here, we're pretty much running out of time. Mount South does not yield the 200,000 necessary points of experience, and neither does City of Abundance. So, well, our new agencies here, they don't even produce any belief yet, because we don't have any followers to do so. Long story short, there's not much we can do about that. We can only check out our neighbors. Let's see. What garbage is this? Sometimes your neighbors do have the necessary things too. So, I'm not giving you my cotton. Cotton is valuable. So, here. That's what we would need. These are what we're looking for. The Pit of Doom sect always has these stat boosters, but the downside is you need to be friends with these people, and that's pretty tough. We're not like that able to get there, but if you want to be friends, you can click the task menu here, and you see that there's something you can do for a lot of different sects. These get refreshed every now and then, but there's nothing we can do to make friends with a Pit of Doom people. Too bad. So we will need to stay low stat. There's another thing we want to do though. So as you might have noticed, there's a weather bar here, which we can probably manipulate. I don't know if we're able to. Zuruji can learn a miracle called Dust Devil. Dust Devil will give you the ability to create a dust storm. The dust storm is supposed to be a metal elemental weather effect, so we want that. So let's send Zuruji and do that. Alright. We have to gather some inspiration first, but that's okay. So the cotton farm is doing well, and this is really awesome. This way you can do a lot of good things. Although it is something you need to do manually, and it is a lot of work due to that. Because if you go industrial, and if the season swaps over to summer and you have too many of those beast blood bottles, you will also stop the growth of your thingies. So, Great Desert Agency, here, Spirit Stone Mine, and Spirit Stone Mine. There we go, that's what we wanted. Here you can gain 40 Spirit Stones per day, which is really good. I mean, it's not super much, but it's also not bad either. So 24 grand for zuruji, there we go. And Laban needs to be sent to yet another area for an agency too. So Wild South would bring us a lot of wood, and Central Plain has also wood and wheat. So I want to start, or I want to continue with Central Plain, but before we can do so, we need to chop more wood. There we go. Alright. Meanwhile, zuruji should be back home soon. Keeping an eye on my timber, my wood wood items here. So, let's study. I'm not sure if zuruji will be able to cast that thing, though. If you wonder why, I will explain to you in a sec. Alright, so Dust Devil does need 20,000 G. Zuruji has only accumulated 9,200 in her career. So what we're going to try now is we're going to let her eat the Earth Flux and a couple of red ginsengs too, and probably a wee bit of Ganoderma as well. Let's see if that brings her up to the competition. Yeah, well, 12.7 grand. That's still not enough. Just what I expected. The lower the quality of your golden core, the lower your maximum chi, and these weather miracles are usually something you want to be able to do that. It's a shame if you can. So there's really not much we can do right now. The only thing I could do would be teaching zuruji some new tricks, but the thing here is the available amount of inspiration is really low. So what we can do, and what I want to try to do, is Glimmer Cave. Let's send Ruji over to this place a couple of times. Maybe we get lucky. Glimmer Cave, I introduced this to you a couple of episodes ago, is a fire elemental place. Let's see what that does for Zuruji. Probably we get lucky and she can gather some experience there. In this game, if you have an idea what you want to try, if you think it might work because you have the feeling as if you understood enough of this world, go for it. Try it. More often than not, you're right about your instincts there. And it's really cool once you get to the point where you start to discover things on your own. Natural disaster at Great Desert. So this is a different thing. This is not an earthquake like City of Abundance is suffering from. Rather, it's a regular disaster event. So you don't need to go there. You can go there, though, for some positive reputation. There we go. Now we're producing finally some fabrics here to be sold one day later. And Zuruji found this place here where she can cultivate, but she only gains experience, no inspiration. As far as I remember, sometimes you can be lucky and get some inspiration there too. I'm not sure about that though. Most of the time I didn't use these spots too much. Like I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, there's so much in this game going on, and I think I hardly saw 50% of the content so far. Even though I'm doing this tutorial series here, yeah. So, it's kind of hard, but the game is so deep and vast, I didn't want to wait until I'm actually done with all the topics to do tutorials. Okay, now let's wait for Ruji to come back home, and now I'm waiting every day for the seasonal 5-pip thing to hit town. So that's done, and now, well, let's see. How much of a breakthrough will we get here? Quality 3. Bam. That's good. That's pretty good for a starter. So there's really not much more we can do. Somebody in the comment section said that eating spirit stones and stuff beforehand is actually not useful at all. Well, to be honest, when it comes down to my golden core breakthroughs, I grow quite superstitious, you know? And if I have a feeling it could do something positive, I try to use it, but probably and most likely the statement there was right. I just wanted to point that out. Okay. Sadly, there's really nothing left that I could apply to Hellion. If I wouldn't have used the forming pill at the beginning of the game, this would be already a opportunity to create a tier 2, if not tier 1 cultivator. But, well, I've seen people arguing, well, not arguing, but putting up different statements. Like, some people say the first forming pill should be used as quick as possible, so you have your outer disciple as quick as possible. Other people say you should keep it, let your person that is supposed to be your cultivator not eat the forming pill, and rather put him out of any work here and let him only meditate for the rest of the day. Whatever might be the case, I personally think the better opportunity is to start out really early with an inner disciple, but I just wanted to point that out because people have different opinions there. So we're going to go over there before the yin-yang is positive, but that's okay because the entire night will be full of meditation. So now we can check this out. Hellion now, she does that mostly due to her high base stats. So it's mostly she's mostly being carried by the insanely high chi sense she has, but that's okay. You gotta have something in life, you know. Alright. She's at 50% of her breakthrough bar there, and, well, looks like tier 2! Oh my god. Wow. I'm surprised. I didn't expect to land that high on the bar. Nice. So, well, without those insanely high base stats, I'm pretty sure she would have been only tier 3, or tier 4 even, but tier 3 tops. But with this insanely high chi sense, you see what's possible. Let's check this out. She has now 35 grand of maximum chi. Compared to zuruji, with only 12.7 grand, this is a huge difference. And this is only what I personally call a mediocre result. You can do so much better. But that's okay. We are really ought to be happy about that. Especially since we now can learn all these new wonderful golden core skills. But since we don't have really much inspiration available, I want to send her cultivating again, because there's one thing I want to have as quick as possible, and that's a primordial spirit cultivator. So basically, the moment you have a golden core which is at least tier 3 or higher, you should definitely push towards your primordial spirit state as quick as possible, because she does generate experience rather fast. So Mount South has an earthquake. Oh no. What's up here? There's so friggin' many earthquakes this run. That's not usual. Okay? It's definitely not usual. We're going to go for more disaster relief here. Okay. So let's check out what the other town's up to. Here, this is going to be end positive. Wonderful. Okay. So a fox has appeared nearby. Let's adopt him. The fox is a spirit animal just like your dog. It's the alternative pet there that you can get, and it's really good to say hi to him and have him in your sect. You can only have one pet though at a time, so you have to decide if you either have the doggo out or the other guy. So since I feel like there are pressing things at hand, I want to eat a sprout pill here to boost the cultivation speed. Yum. And let's go back practicing. There would be another option to speed up my cultivation process, but I sadly don't have enough inspiration for that yet. So we can't really do anything to speed things up yet, now. Because I would need to learn a new skill for that. And sadly, Hellion, well, we could do that actually. Let's see. Study. I thought she had less points left. So meditation, yeah, we will need a couple of more skills there. Okay. So meditation, can we learn that? Can we already learn that? 24 grand over there. 900 there. So we're going to send Hellion over there. Yeah, let's do this. And this time, I actually hold her back from helping there. So as you notice here, zuruji gains a lot of fire experience points just from going back and forth from this place. And for her, this looks like that. Considering that she's a really low tier golden core, you can train your people up with that method as well. So here we go. City of Abundance came under control. So because we helped that much, we gained 56,000 new followers. That's an insanely high number, considering that we are right now only at nearly 20 grand in Mount South. Your inspiration production increases insanely from the moment on that you have things like that going on for you there. So let's see. Let's wait until Hellion is back home. I want to gather experience and not help yet. So she's now the paramount spiritualist. Okay. Nice. So let's study the meditation skill. Yeah, there we go. Meditation is a opportunity to cultivate, which you only can go for once you are golden core or higher. So you use this, and then you select how long you want to meditate. Don't you worry, you can always abort. If you put a too low number here, your person won't start meditating, so just go for something and then send them over there. The difference between meditation and normal cultivation is quite simple. Meditation produces way more experience, but it burns through your lifespan and your stamina. Luckily, neither of those are really a problem for me at this point. Lifespan, well, I have an item in my storage which will give me 200 years of lifespan if I want to. No biggie. So therefore, we can go as we want. I will bring zuruji to Glimmer Cave more, because I feel like this is a pretty nice way of cultivating her at this point. Probably going to get her to the point where she's going to improve as well. So as you see, the progression is so much faster now. The only thing there is, as you see, the mood is going down. So you have to cut it off at some point, regain mood, and yeah, the usual. Other people use a mod for that. Probably I will introduce the Elysium mod in this series too, because, you know, people do like reduction of micromanagement, and so do I. Probably you guys do too. So there's one thing for sure. We need more cultivators, because I want to do more adventuring. We are now at the point where it is super easy for us to expand, and I really need more good people there. Alright. But meanwhile, I want to focus myself now into the development of a primordial spirit thingy. Oh yeah, and now comes the dust storm. Okay, Yao Guy cultivators are attacking us. But they aren't cultivators. It's a lie. There we go. If they only would have been cultivators. Well, whatever. Let's misuse our influence. And, oh yeah, let's send Waybin to Central Plane. That's something I totally forgot. Over there you go. And, Learning Shrine. Let's give him only 100 Spirit Stones. We're not that rich. City of Abundance can get back to charity policy. Now we have a really, really big amount of believers there. And the amount of inspiration that will be produced there daily is now so much higher. That's awesome. Okay, so now we go back and forth, meditating, chilling out, meditating, chilling out. And the amount of experience you get is also directly linked to your mental state. Ooh, strange little elf. So that means the worse the mood of your person is, the slower they learn. So don't you overdo it, you know. There's nothing worse than overdoing the cultivation on your people, because they really grow massively unhappy due to that. So let's see where the fireworks can be used. But most importantly, and most devastatingly, basically... Oh, wait a sec. Why is everybody moving now there? Why do I have so many people on my cursor? Where's that friggin' elf? Where'd you find the elf? So like I said, sometimes they just don't show up, douching around. Alright. Too bad. Don't want to mess around with that too hard now. Hellion is now more important for me, because I want to go towards the Golden Core as quick as possible, the Primordial Spirit, especially with that natural catastrophe around the corner. So, Waybin was robbed. Being robbed is bad. When you're getting robbed, you don't receive any returns for your Spirit Stones. That's tragic. That's truly, truly tragic. So here we go. And back to meditation, or chilling out. So we could produce a talisman which increases our cultivation speed. But well, let's see. Mount South has still 16 days of disaster relief left. I'm pretty positive that we should be able to proceed in time. And here you see how you can get under time pressure quite easily and quite quickly. So if I had some Euphoria pills, that would be really nice. But I don't. Charge, yeah. Chi regen pill, also not interesting. Euphoria pills just up your mood. I think you already figured as much. But sadly, we don't have that. Alright. At least we can meditate. Meditation is already such a big boost to your cultivation speed. It's insane. Alright. Meanwhile, Bangju must have grinded so much cotton for the sect. I don't know how much she has already gathered, but it must be a ton. Alright, there we go. Slow progression, but at least it is progression. I do tend to abort cultivation as soon as I am clearly under 60. Because below 60, your results grow worse and worse. Alrighty. A little bit nervous, but I think I don't need to. Just don't want to lose the opportunity, you know. But good thing that we have a dragon poop and all these things here in the chamber, because without these, the progression here would be a lot slower too. Alright, as soon as her mental stability is back to 80, we're going to return. At the same time, let's check out how fast Ruji already got. Oh, my dog wants to drink Earth Flux. No, you don't. There are a couple of things which I don't allow my dog to consume. Earth Flux is among those. Let's see. Wheat fields, and there's the opportunity to bring up a logging camp. I actually do want to do, because we happen to need a lot of wood lately. We do deforest this area quite hard to send help. So, meditate, please. This room must have a really nasty aroma. Alrighty. Not sure if this will be already enough to get her into Primordial Spirit, or if there's another stage to be punched through. Could be. I always get confused with these different levels and layers, but we're going to figure out. But we're not going to figure it out in this episode, I'm pretty sure. But you see, she's also gathering up some inspiration at the same time. It's not only experience, but you also gain inspiration while meditating. But at the same time, our progression here is really super slow. That's because we're only a mediocre tiered golden core. But at least that's better than nothing. But judging from the speed of our cultivation, we will be past the next breakthrough before the catastrophe is over. Let's check out, by the way, City of Abundance. Here, 117 grand in such a short time. This is wonderful if you want to gather up as much inspiration as possible. And I gotta admit, these are just rookie numbers. You can achieve much more than that. Quite easily, actually. Alright, let's catch zuruji before she's going back to her next adventure again. So, she does need all these travels, though, to actually reach enlightenment, but that's okay. A panda has come to my sect, okay. So, the next golden course that we attempt will be even more powerful than the last one. From here on, I want to try and only create tier 1 golden core people. We will now get through spring without anybody promoting here. Spring, the season of the wood. Well, okay. No, wait a sec. We could rebirth Ruji and attempt that. Well, this could be an option. Do we want that? I don't know yet. This is something I'm going to think about before I do the next episode. So another thing, let's consume more sprout pills. Yum. And go meditating again. Use your resources. If there's any good reason to use them, just go for it, you know? It does change a lot. It does really change a lot. Alrighty, friends, I'll leave this episode at this point, and we're going to continue in the next episode. And yeah, why not? I mean, we could go for the rebirthing of zuruji. Why not? I mean, then you guys can already see why rebirthing and methods and actions like these are used and how they're used. Okay, let's do this. I think that's a nice idea. So, my friends, thank you again so much for watching. Next episode, I hope we will get also Hellion Hua to her next level of cultivation there. It would be really awesome if we could manage to get her to Primordial Spirit already in the next episode. Not sure if this is going to happen, though, because I don't know if after Elioth... Well, okay, it's after Elioth and Mizar... I never know if she's already at Elioth or if she's going there. Whatever. So, dear friends, drop your comments down below. If you have any questions, please ask away. I will try my best to answer them. And of course, leave a thumbs up on that video to show the rest of the world you like that content. And last but not least, check out my channel. Daily videos uploaded there to your discretion. Feel free to subscribe and turn on those notifications if you want to. Discretion was the wrong word. Never mind. So I hope you guys have a good time, and forgive me my mistakes with the words. I'm a foreign speaker. I do my best that I can. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.